Okay, guys, up to this point, you have 11 slides. We're going to add a slide 12. Up to this point, we have talked about the past mostly, but also a little bit of the present. We talked about the present here. What do those gadgets look like today? And then we went through the past for most of it. So now it's time to talk about the future. This is the future aspect of the assignment. You're going to invent a gadget, some gadget that you're going to imagine will exist in the future. So it doesn't specify what the title of this slide needs to be, but it does need to have a title, and that title needs to be relevant. So you can call it My Future Gadget if you want, or you can just call it My Gadget of the Future, something like that. Doesn't really matter. And then in this box, you're going to type a detailed description of the gadget you're going to invent. The gadget that I'm going to invent is a hearing aid that translates any language in real time. So you can wear this gadget and travel the world and be able to understand what anyone says to you. You can also use it in the classroom if you are learning in a language other than your native tongue. Here you go. I want you to have at least a couple sentences describing what it is. So, what I'm talking about is something like a speaker, a little tiny earbud that you would put in your ear, and whenever somebody talks, it would hear what they're saying and then translate it into your language. And you could set it to whatever language you want. Of course, I would always set mine to English because that's the only language I speak. And then it would translate any language to English. So let's make this bigger so it takes up the whole text box. Um, and then that's your slide 12. Now, slide 13 is going to be a little bit challenging for me, especially because I am not very creative. It says slide 13, draw a prototype of the gadget. So we're going to delete the text box. We're going to add the title, My Prototype. Prototype is like a working model. It's like the first mock-up that will need to be improved upon usually. You guys can use the shapes to kind of work with it. I want you to try to put some effort into this, you guys. Don't be like me. I am probably not going to do a very good job of this. Now I'm going to rotate it like that. Okay, so it's like a cylinder, and then there's like a, I don't know, like a circle. Let's do this one. We're going to bring this one to the front. Okay. And we're going to change the color so you can kind of see what's happening. So, like, this is the part that sticks out of your ear. This is the part that goes inside your ear. And then, I don't know. And then it's got a smiley face on it. Because why not? Um, we'll put like a little antenna sticking out of it like this, and we got to make that one bigger. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's not a very good prototype. You guys do a better job than me. Okay. make a prototype, put some effort into it. You can use, if you click on the search bar right here, you can search for paint, and it's a little bit easier to draw things on paint because you can use like the brush tool, and you can be creative, you guys. um, Draw some kind of prototype of it there, but we're just going to call that good for now. um, Now, the last thing you have to do on step 9 says add transitions and animations to the presentation. So that is very non-specific, but I'm going to tell you right now what I want is I want one transition on every slide, and I want one animation on every slide. So, except for the title slide, you don't have to have any animations on the title slide. So let's start with our transition. You start by clicking transition, choose one that you like. I'm going to go with slide from the right, and then you can adjust how quickly it does the transition, and then click apply to all slides. Now we just need animations. So I like to have animations on literally everything on a slide except for the title. So the first thing that I want to appear is probably the words. So I'm going to click on the text box and then click add animation. I'm going to do it by paragraph. Next, I click on that one, add animation. Click on that one, add animation. Click on that one, add animation. So let's see what the slideshow looks like so far. There we go. See, that was a transition. And now it looks like my slide is blank. That's because I added animations. Now I click and I make things appear, and it appears in the order that I told it to. So that's that. You're going to apply transitions and animations on everything. If you've clicked that button, apply to all slides, you don't need to add any more transitions. The only thing you need to do is add the animations. I have not added the animations on every slide yet. And you need to click on an object and then click add animation. This is under the transition thing. So if you don't see this window, the motion window, all you have to do is click transition, and then it shows up. So on the next slide, I will click this one, add animation. Then I'll click circuit in 1885, add animation. Then I'll click the arrow, add animation. And then I'll click the next picture, add animation. And then I'll click the word, add animation. Then I click the next arrow, add animation. Then I click the picture, add animation. And then the word, animation. And then I click the arrow, add animation. And then the picture. And then lastly, the words again. So let's see what this slide looks like. Okay. I'm struggling to make this look good. Okay. Boom. Picture, word, arrow, picture, word, arrow, picture, word, arrow, picture, word. Pretty neat. Okay. Add animations to every slide. And when you're done, that's it for this assignment. And you can take the quiz if you want the experience points.